Fellas, let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone and tried to explain what you do, only to see their eyes glaze over? Or worse, they nod politely, then change the subject? Let me tell you, that used to happen to me all the time. I remember one time I was at this conference, surrounded by potential clients, and I completely blew it. My pitch was so confusing and boring. People were practically falling asleep. I knew I had to change something. That's when I discovered the one hack I'm going to share with you today. This one simple shift changed everything for me. It'll make people not only understand what you do, but get excited to work with you. So if you're ready to finally start winning clients instead of chasing them, stick around. This is going to be good. All right, let's keep it real. Confused people don't buy. If someone can't understand what you do in one sentence, they're not going to remember you, and they're definitely not going to hire you. You need to be crystal clear about what you offer and who you help. Think of it like this. If you walked into a grocery store looking for peanut butter, and all you saw were shelves and shelves of unlabeled jars, would you waste your time trying to figure out which one was peanut butter? No. You walk right out of that store and find one that actually made sense. Your business is the same way. People are busy, they're bombarded with information, and they don't have time to decipher what you do. So, how do you get that clarity? I'm going to give you a simple formula. You know how ideal client struggles with problem? I help them solution. Boom. Just like that, you've communicated exactly what you do and who you help in a way that's easy to understand and remember. For example, instead of saying, I'm a marketing consultant, which could mean a million different things, say this. You know how business owners struggle to get leads online? I help them turn their social media into a lead generation machine. See the difference? You're not just talking about yourself. You're speaking directly to your ideal client's pain points and offering a clear solution. Now it's your turn. Take a minute and write out your own version of this formula in the comments below. I want to see you nail this. All right, let's be honest. Nobody cares about you. I know that sounds harsh, but it's the truth. People care about themselves. They care about their problems, their needs, their desires. When you're pitching your services, you're not giving a presentation about your life story. You're offering a solution to a problem. Yet, so many people make their pitch all about them. They go on and on about their experience, their qualifications, their accomplishments, and it's a surefire way to lose your audience's attention. Think about it. Have you ever been stuck listening to someone drone on and on about themselves? How did it make you feel? Probably bored out of your mind, right? So, how do you avoid this? It's simple. Shift your focus from me to you. Instead of saying, I'm a financial advisor with 10 years of experience, try this. You know how a lot of men feel lost when it comes to growing their money? I help them create a simple plan to build wealth without stress. Do you see how much more engaging that is? You're speaking directly to your ideal client's pain points and positioning yourself as the guide who can help them achieve their goals. Remember, people don't buy from people who are just trying to sell them something. They buy from people who understand their problems and genuinely want to help. Chapter 3, use the you know how hack. Let me tell you a quick story about how I discovered the power of this simple shift in my own life. A few years back, I was at a networking event, and I was determined to make some valuable connections. I walked up to this guy, introduced myself, and said, I'm a business coach. You know what happened? He gave me this polite smile, nodded, and walked away. I could tell he wasn't interested at all. I felt like I had completely struck out. But I didn't let that stop me. I saw another guy across the room and decided to try a different approach. This time I said, you know how a lot of entrepreneurs struggle to grow their businesses online? I helped him turn their social media into a money machine. His entire demeanor changed. His eyes lit up and he said, "Really? Tell me more." We ended up having a fantastic conversation and he became a client. That's the power of a clear problem solution pitch. It immediately grabs people's attention and makes them want to know more. So here's what I want you to do. The next time someone asks you, "What do you do?" test out this formula. You know how ideal client struggles with problem. I help them solution. Then pause. Let them respond. Don't just keep talking. This simple shift turns your pitch from a one-sided monologue into a two-way conversation. And that's where the magic happens. Chapter 4. Stop using confusing titles. Let's play a quick game. I'm going to give you two options and I want you to tell me which one sounds more clear and engaging. Ready? Option 1. I'm a UX researcher. Option 2. I help businesses make their websites easier to use so customers stay longer and buy more. Which one would make you want to learn more? I'm betting it's option 2, and here's why. It's simple, it's relatable, and it clearly communicates the value you bring. And too many people get caught up in using fancy job titles that nobody really understands. Think about it. If you're at a party and you meet someone who says, "I'm a growth hacker," do you really know what they do? Probably not. But if they say, "I help businesses get more customers through online marketing," that's something everyone can understand. So here's your action step for this chapter. Ditch the jargon and get rid of those confusing job titles. Instead, describe what you actually do in plain English. Focus on the benefits you provide, not just the tasks you perform. I guarantee you'll see a difference in how people respond to you. Go ahead and rewrite your job title right now and share it in the comments. Chapter 5, the question that tripled my revenue. You want to know how I tripled my revenue in 1 year? It wasn't by working harder, and it wasn't by some magic marketing trick. It was by changing the way I approached sales conversations. I used to think selling was all about convincing people to buy from me. I'd go into meetings, pitch my services, and talk about all the great things I could do. But it wasn't working. I was getting a lot of no's, and I was starting to get discouraged. Then, my coach gave me a piece of advice that completely changed my perspective. He said, "Tony, stop pitching and start asking questions." At first, I was skeptical. I thought, how is asking questions going to help me close more deals? But I decided to give it a try. Instead of leading with my pitch, I started asking potential clients about their biggest challenges. I'd say something like, "What's the biggest challenge you're facing right now when it comes to the industry area of need?" And then I'd shut up and listen. I really focused on understanding the pain points and what they were struggling with. And you know what? It completely transformed my business. By asking questions and truly listening to my potential clients, I was able to position myself as a trusted advisor, not just another salesperson. People opened up to me, they felt heard, and they were eager to work with me because they knew I understood their needs. So here's your action step. The next time you're in a sales conversation, resist the urge to jump right into your pitch. Instead, start by asking, what's the biggest challenge you're facing right now? Watch how the entire dynamic of the conversation shifts. You'll be amazed by the results. Fellas, if you're tired of being overlooked, if you're ready to start winning clients instead of chasing them, you gotta fix your pitch. It's time to ditch the confusion and start connecting with people on a deeper level. Let's recap the 5 steps we covered today. Keep it simple. Talk about them, not you. Use the you know how formula. Drop those fancy job titles and start conversations, not monologues. If you take action on these steps today, I guarantee your business will change forever.